Now, Duluth faces a $7 million budget deficit. Now, that number has had a lot of Duluthians bracing for a big spike in property taxes. But last night, the max tax levy Mayor Reiner pitched to City Council for next year was relatively small.
Yeah, the mayor pitched what he's calling an inflation-only tax levy. The goal being that property taxes will only rise with the cost of inflation. That would be around 2.7%. However, it also means the city will have to find savings in other areas to cut down on the deficit.
Northern News Now's Dominic Vidiello was at that meeting hearing Reiner's proposal and the council's reaction.
Our revenue comes from primarily three things: local government aid, our local property tax levy, and our 1% sales tax.
Thursday evening, it was the tax levy the mayor focused on, specifically the max he wants it set at for 2026. His proposal, a 4.1 levy increase, which offset by recent growth, actually will make it around 2.7%. That means a Duluth home valued at $275,000 will see a monthly property tax increase of around $26. The mayor wants to keep it relatively low around the cost of inflation and explore other avenues to help generate revenue and reduce the deficit.
Addressing an ever-growing Duluth Fire overtime line item, aligning and evaluating open FTEs that already exist within the organization, and evaluating our administrative and support functions.
Which, according to the mayor, means consolidating vacant city roles where duties overlap. Councilors asked many questions about the proposal and will take some time to mull it over before voting on it later this year.
I've been here 7 years, and I would say this is the most diverse budget proposal I've seen in that time, as far as not relying solely on levy funds, but also looking at expense management and also earned revenue.
Now, they'll have until the end of September to set the maximum levy. Until the budget is set in December, the actual levy amount could go down, but it won't be able to go above what's approved by the council.